Good morning, everyone. Happy NFP Friday. I love trading news. I love NFP. I love FOMC. So I'm looking forward to next Wednesday as well. But I like it. I like those days because I can be done quickly. It's 10:30 in the morning. I'm done. I don't like trading Friday afternoons anyways. But now I can just cruise into the weekend. So I want to cover two trades that I took this morning. One on the ES and one on the TF. The ES. If you look where price currently was going through the Asian section and then opening up London, it's in a little bit of a consolidation, and actually a massive consolidation. It doesn't go nearly anywhere. And then when London opens, it kind of takes off, and it goes up, makes a couple of runs, and never really moves fully up. It's in some structure, but it never really tests the outer bounds of the structure, which would be in recent times this level right here, this 2378 level. So I was looking there. Now I also had, if we grab our trend line, I also had a nice topper to this little uptrend here. So we've got a good bit of consolidation right around this level now. And I was looking for a short entry if we could spike up to that level in NFP, which we got. So what I did was I took my fib tool, and from the point in which price kind of shot out of that little consolidation and up to the high that it made, I grabbed retracement. Now it came back down to the 50, to the 50 again, and then took off. Now the NFP announcement brought it right up to the negative 61.8. I entered short at 2378 and 3/4. You can see the high was 2379. But my stop was at 2380.75 because I always open with a 2-point stop loss. So I almost got taken out of that one. I took it off, and I had this target in mind. I took it off. See, we get the negative. We get the 161.8 extension, and we've also got a pretty strong level right there. So I ended up taking it from here to here. So that was, let's see, I'm 30-minute, 30, 1 hour, 2 hour, so 2-hour trade, 2-hour trade. And for that one, I ended up getting just over $2,000 for that one. So that was a nice move down. I also took in the anticipation of that move and that completion, I also took a Nadex slightly out of the money for 2375 daily expiration. That one I took off right at around 800. So on the ES alone, that was 2800. Now with TF, this one I actually mismanaged a little bit. So we've got this level of resistance here, or support here, that gets broken and then becomes resistance. So I ended up entering short right here, right at this retest. And I entered short because we get a nice retracement at a broken level. So we get a 50, 61.8 right smack dab in the middle as our level. So I entered short there at roughly 1376.8. And I had my take profit order. I took price down here and I trailed. Let's see, I opened my stop up 2 points above where I entered, so 1378 half roughly. I'll change this to red. So price moved down and broke below some structure, and once price broke below this structure, I moved price to my stop loss to break even. So I dragged my stop loss down here. So I was in break even. I was sitting right around 1375, and price trickled off and came back up and tested this level, and then so my stop loss was safe. So I pulled it down just a little bit more. I pulled it down right around here, and so price came back down, and I had this channel bottom drawn. I had my take profit set way too low. I had my take profit set at 1355. Now, it says it got the low here, but my take profit never filled. Excuse me. I had my take profit at 13.55, never got filled, and then London brought it all the way up. So it brought it all the way back up to the top there, and instead of, I'm not going to, look to add contracts here. I'm not going to look to enter. I'm already well in profit. So what I did was I drew out a little bit of a, let's clean it up a little bit. I drew out a little bit of an uptrend here. And I haven't pulled my stop loss down yet. Still well in profit, but I haven't pulled it down anymore. And we've got a nice level of support there. And we've also got a gap fill, or a gap up. So I was actually, now that we did this, I was holding for the gap fill, because when we come all the way back down, I wanted to reanalyze my exit. We've got the 61.8 and the that's kind of just above the gap fill level, and we've got 78.6 that's just below it. We've got a nice level of resistance that's kind of smack dab in the middle of it. So I ended up reanalyzing and remanaging, and instead of holding for my initial 13.55 take profit, which is got completely disregarded, I decided to just keep my stop loss where it was instead of getting taken out, in the event that NFP spiked it back up to this level, and then we could retrace all the way back down to gap fill. So we got it. We got it pretty perfectly too. We filled the gap down to 13.60. So that's where I ended up taking that longer term hold off, and you can see that one was just at 13.76. That was just around, or I'm sorry, at 13.60. That was just around $3,200. I think I ended up giving a little back. I think it was like 31.20 or something like that, but it was just over $3,000 for that one. So, here I am sitting 10:30 in the morning on NFP day, and now I can call it. Now I'm good just to cruise into the weekend. Kind of, retrospectively looking back, really mismanaged that take profit initially, but I'm happy with the reanalysis and the exit that I did take on TF. Decently happy with the profit I snuck out of that. So I'm gonna shut it down. I'm not gonna trade anymore today. I'm gonna call it a day, and I'll post this into chat. If you have any questions, as always, let me know. But have a great weekend.